Hi everyone, welcome to Computer Security at Home. My name is Jennifer from the Lucy Robbins Wells Library. Whether you are using your computer to work, learn, or pass the time, we are on our home networks and devices more than ever. It is important to do what you can to keep you and your device secure at home. Protecting yourself from online threats and the dangers of the cyber world can seem overwhelming, but with some little know-how, you can improve your security posture. The handout will be provided on our website. If you have any questions, reach out to us through phone or email. These will be provided at the end of the presentation. Without further ado, let's get into computer security at home. So, what will we cover? First, I'm going to address what lurks out there, what to be aware of, and what different kinds of risks are out there. Next, how to spot a phishing email. This is a type of online scam where you receive a fake email to get you to provide some sensitive information. We'll look at who's the culprit, who is out there and that wants to compromise your security. Is everything a scam? Here we'll address some common scams that you should be aware of. And then what can you do? These will be some behaviors that you can practice to keep your security safe. Next, what you can do to secure your devices. These will be different ways to protect your computers, tablets, and phones. Then we'll look at how you can secure yourself. These are different ways to protect your information, like passwords and authentication. Finally, we'll look at how you can report cybercrime and what you can do if you think you have been a victim of cybercrime. Let's get started. Let's look at what's out there. No matter what you call it, cybercrime can be a real pain. So it is good to understand the different kinds of crimes out there so that you can be alert, protect yourself, and understand what might be going on if your computer or device starts acting weird. Hacking is generally when someone breaks into a computer or network. Malware is any malicious software designed to secretly access your computer. This is also known as viruses when it infects multiple locations at the same time. Pharming is when website traffic is redirected to a bogus website, usually a shopping or banking site. These fake websites are designed to look like the real thing so that you can provide them with the personal information they want from you. Spoofing is when cybercriminals try to get into your computer by masquerading as a trusted source. Examples include email spoofing, such as using email headers that appear to be from someone you trust, and address bar spoofing, using malware to force you to view a specific web page. Phishing is when cybercriminals try to get sensitive information from you, like credit card numbers and passwords. Some specific techniques include spear phishing, where you are targeting specific people, whale phishing, targeting important people like CEOs, and smishing, phishing via text messages, as well as phishing, where it is voice phishing that takes place over the phone, usually through impersonation. I know this is a lot, so I really want to focus on phishing emails. These are very common, and you've probably seen a couple throughout your time on the internet. So how do you spot a phishing email? First, watch for overly generic content and greetings. Cybercriminals will send a large batch of emails. Look for examples like Dear Value Customer. Second, examine the entire email address of where the email came from. The first part of the email address may be legitimate, but the last part may be off by a letter or may include a number in the usual domain. Keep an eye out for these things. 3. Look for urgency or demanding actions. You've won, click here to redeem a prize, or we have your browser history, pay now or we are telling your boss. These are very concerning statements and a good way to identify a phishing email. 4. Carefully check all links. Mouse over the link to see if the link destination matches where the email implies you will be taken. Do not click it, just hover over it and you should see a preview of where the link wants to take you. 5. Notice any misspellings, incorrect grammar, or odd phrasings. This might be a deliberate attempt to bypass spam filters. as well as an indication that the email came from somewhere that is not quite legitimate. 6. Check for secure websites. Any web page where you enter personal information should have a URL with https://. The S stands for secure. Here, we have an example of a phishing email. Notice the fake email address where the ON Microsoft part is incorrect. Look at the greeting where the Dear Customer part is too generic. Take notice of the poor grammar and any misspellings. Hover over any links to see where they want to take you and if the location makes sense. So that was an introduction to phishing emails and how you can identify them and to take care of them. Next, let's look at who could be the culprit. These are some general points of who may be compromising your security. One culprit may be more likely than another depending on who you are. Online criminals. These are individuals who are really good at identifying what can be monetized, such as stealing and selling sensitive data or holding systems and information for ransom. Foreign governments. These are generally interested in accessing really sensitive or valuable information that may give them a strategic or political advantage. Hackers are individuals with varying degrees of expertise, often acting in an untargeted way, perhaps to test their own skills or cause disruption for the sake of it. Political activists are usually out to prove a point for political or ideological reasons, perhaps to expose or discredit an organization's activities. Terrorists, in a general sense, are interested in spreading propaganda and disruption, and they generally have less technical capabilities. Malicious insiders tend to use their access to an organization's data or networks to conduct malicious activity, such as stealing sensitive information to share with competitors or to get back at a disgruntled boss. And then there are honest mistakes. Sometimes staff, with the best of intentions, just make mistakes, such as emailing something sensitive to the wrong email address. So we looked at who could be the culprit. Let's take a look at what scams are out there and if everything is, in fact, a scam. Scamming is a multi-billion-dollar business that drains people of their money, security, and privacy. Recent estimates indicate that users lose up to $36 billion annually due to scams. There are several common scams to be aware of. First is fake sweepstakes or lotteries. A lottery scam is a type of advance fee fraud which begins with an unexpected email notification, phone call, or mailing, often claiming that you have won a large sum of money or a prize. Here is an example of a fake sweepstakes email. Notice the suspicious email address, the odd grammar, and the immediate request for personal information. Next, we have fake pop-ups. Fake pop-up advertisement can include phone numbers to call, reputable brand names you recognize, and flashy gimmicks to attract your attention while you are surfing the internet. Avoid clicking on these ads that open in a separate window, advertise free or heavily discounted products and services, and could potentially enable others to capture your personal information and/or maliciously steal your money. Then there are sweetheart scams, unfortunately. Online dating is a common practice in today's day and age to find romance. But be cautious of people who appear too good to be true, who ask for personal information, or request money. Make sure you investigate the dating site before you create a profile. Fake credit card scams are very popular as well. There are many scammers out there trying to make a quick buck. Many will pose as credit card issuers, suggesting that your personal information needs to be updated to gain access to your assets. Never give out personal information over the phone or in an email to people you do not know or who have not called yourself. So what can you do? Please double check with others. Never make unusual money transfers without talking to someone first. Criminals will rely on pressuring you in the moment and will do everything they can to ensure that you do not talk to someone else. They will try to keep you engaged and imply a sense of urgency, thus giving you no time to think. Play hard to get. Be stingy with your information. Never give away information on an impulse unless you are positive it is a trusted source, such as a doctor or a company you have done business with before. Cybercriminals use phishing tactics, hoping to fool their victims. If you are unsure who an email is from, even if the details appear accurate, or if the email looks fishy, do not respond and do not click on any links or attachments found in the email. When available, use the junk or block option to no longer receive messages from a particular sender. Don't fall for bad actors. If someone is trying to sell you something or to get information out of you, ask for verification about who they represent. If they refuse, walk away or hang up the phone. If you are unsure about the information, look up the phone number of the organization and call them directly. The government loves the Postal Service. The U.S. government never uses email, website ads, or phone calls to notify you of an infraction or collect personal information from you. The government tends to always send you a letter in the mail to contact you. If you do receive a phone call claiming to be from the government, look up the number on your own instead of using what they give you. So, we've gone over a couple of different scams that are out there and what you can do to help yourself. Let's look also how you can secure your devices. The smartphones, tablets, laptops, or desktop computers that you use can be exploited both remotely and physically, but you can protect them from many common attacks using these preventative measures. Please, please, please keep your device updated. Do not ignore software updates as they contain patches that keep your device secure. If you are prompted to install any updates, consider that you take the time to do so. Be careful downloading. Avoid downloading dodgy apps. Only use official app stores like Google Play or the Apple App Store, which provide some protection from viruses. Do not download apps from unknown vendors and sources. If ratings and reviews are offered, take a look before downloading any unknown applications. Lock it down. Always lock your device when you are not using it. Use the PIN, password, fingerprint, or Face ID feature available on your device. This will make it harder for an attacker to exploit a device if it is left unlocked, is lost, or is stolen. Even if you live in a safe neighborhood, you probably lock your doors when you are not home. Do the same with your device. Why allow anyone the ability to access your digital life? Disable location services. It should come as no surprise that tech companies use the location services on your smartphone to track your comings and goings. That is how they give you up-to-date traffic reports, restaurant recommendations, and other helpful information. But they also sell that information to marketers and other companies interested in studying your habits. Many apps have automatic location services. Make sure you are in control of who is trying to locate you. You can find these controls in your settings on your device where you can turn them off and on. Back it up. Data is the most important asset on your device. Computers and other devices can fail, get stolen or destroyed, and be subject to malware. Backing up your data can help prevent you from being powerless over your data. It can help protect and restore your data in case something goes wrong. For your most important data, consider doing one of the following. Try to make 3 copies of your data. Store your data using 2 different media types or methods. Store the backup device that holds your copy files in a safe place. So, if you're okay with using the cloud, try to have a backup in the cloud. as well as another backup perhaps on a flash drive or a portable hard drive. Virus protection. Antivirus software is designed to detect, prevent, and take action to disarm or remove malicious software from your computer. It may also prevent or remove unwanted spyware and adware. Antivirus software will begin by checking your computer programs and comparing them to known types of malware. It will also scan your computer for behaviors that may signal the presence of a new, unknown malware. Although the detection tools are highly effective, no antivirus software is perfect. The following is a list of the best free antivirus protection and the best paid antivirus protection around. This list was compiled by PC Magazine from the year 2020. We have Avast Free Antivirus, Kaspersky's Security Cloud Free, AVG Antivirus Free, as well as McAfee Antivirus Plus, Kaspersky's Antivirus, and then Bitdefender's Antivirus Plus. This list will definitely change in the future, as well as what they offer at one time. We talked about how you can secure your device. Let's look now at how you can secure yourself. Let's first look at multiple factor authentication. Multiple factor and two-factor authentication add a strong extra layer of protection for your personal and financial data. Alongside your account username and password, you enter a one-off code received via a call or a text. By enabling multi-factor authentication, you are ensuring that the only person who has access to your account is you. Use it for email, banking, social media, and any other service that requires logging in. It is recommended that anytime multi-factor authentication is an option, enable it by using a trusted mobile device, such as your smartphone, an authenticator app, or a secure token, which is a small physical device that can hook onto your keyring. Not all websites or services offer this, but it is becoming more common as time goes on. Passwords. There are just too many passwords out there. And of course, it is recommended to use a different password for each account. So what can you do? Password management tools. Use a password management tool if possible. Password managers generate and remember different complex passwords for each of your accounts. So there's no more struggling to come up with a clever, cryptic password that you have a hard time remembering. With a secure and easy-to-use password manager, you can manage your login credentials across all your devices, keeping your password secure and automatically filling in login forms. A password manager is essentially an encrypted digital vault that is saved on your device that stores the login information you use to access apps, websites, and other services. I can recommend the free version of LastPass as it is one of the best password management tools out there. But if you need to create a password, here are a couple of recommendations. Think about combining upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Maybe create a special sentence, switching characters, numbers, or symbols for certain letters. You should consider using the longest password or passphrase permissible. Get creative and customize your standard password for different sites, which can prevent cybercriminals from gaining access to these accounts and protect you in the event of a breach. With all the recent news of security breaches and identity theft, using unique passwords can go a long way to ensuring that if one site gets hacked, your stolen password cannot be used on other sites. Never click and tell. Social media can be a sinkhole of personal information. Limit what information you post on social media, from personal addresses, where you like to grab coffee, to when and where you are going on vacation. What many people do not realize is that these seemingly random details are all that criminals need to know how to target you, your loved ones, and your physical belongings. Definitely keep social security numbers, account numbers, and passwords private, as well as specific information about yourself, such as your full name, address, birthday, and relationships. Disable location services that allow anyone to see where you are and where you are not at any given time. Be frugal in what you share and how you share it. Secure sites and apps. When visiting unknown websites, keep an eye out for a lock in the address bar. This lock means that the connection is secure and that your information is private when sent to the website. Be sure to look for this lock wherever you are entering information, such as names, addresses, and credit card numbers. Alternatively, websites that begin with https:// are also safe, where the S stands for secure. In addition, most of the popular web browsers like Google Chrome, Safari, and Firefox will alert you when a website is not secure and is not offering you a safe connection. Avoid these websites and never give them your personal or financial information. So we just looked at how you can secure yourself. If the worst happens and then you are a victim of cybercrime, let's look at how you can report it and what you can do. More than 80% of online scams go unreported, partly because people do not know or where to report them. If you are a victim of a banking or retirement fraud, contact your bank or retirement facility immediately. Scams often involve money coming from bank or retirement accounts. As soon as you discover that you or someone you know has been scammed, notify whomever deals with the account. You might still have a chance to recover money, or it might not have left the account yet. For cybercrime, the Internet Crime Complaint Center is a partnership between the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, and the National White Collar Crime Center. Complaints can be filed online. Keep in mind, you will need to contact your credit card company directly to notify them if you are disputing unauthorized charges on your card or if you suspect that your credit card number has been compromised. If you suspect a business is scamming you online, report it to the Better Business Bureau, the BBB. A map on their website identifies businesses all over the country that have tried to scam people in person and on the web. For any phishing or telemarketing scams, the Federal Trade Commission shares consumer complaints covering a wide range of categories, including online scams with local, state, federal, and foreign law enforcement partners. It cannot resolve individual complaints, but can give you information on the next steps to take. And that's it. Hopefully this has provided you with good introduction to managing your computer security. Again, the handout will be provided on our website for you to download and save. If you have any questions, please reach out to us through phone at 860-665-8700 or through our email as seen here. I'm Jennifer, and thank you for watching our Computer Security at Home program presented by the Lucy Robbins Wells Library. Stay safe out there.